Hey everybody, what's going on? Josh here with Scrapyard Films, and today I got a quick video for you. It's how to improve and maximize your stream quality. How to make your stream look really good compared to the average old streams. And I also want to give a quick shout out to Zortek, because he was the first commenter on my last video. Thanks, man. I'm going to be showing you the examples of this in Streamlabs OBS, which is basically a add-on program that was created on top of OBS, and it's for streamers and it has widgets and it makes it all badass. So if you want that, it's totally free. I have a link in the description below. Also, this video is sponsored by Scrapyardfilms.com. Head over to that website if you want to learn some stuff, enter some giveaways, and just be a total badass. So let's get started. Step 1 in making your stream look better is have a more reliable connection. So by doing that, you want to hardwire your connection. If you're streaming on Wi-Fi, you could experience a lot of pixelation, internet outages, and just dips because other Wi-Fis will interfere with it, and dropped frames. That doesn't look professional when that happens to you, so hardwire your internet is the best thing I could possibly say for step 1. Step 2 is get faster internet. So if you are streaming in very high quality, 1080p, 60 frames a second, and you're streaming music and a bunch of other stuff, sometimes low internet upload speeds and bandwidth can make you drop frames and make your stream quality suffer. It could stutter, it could pixelate, it could do a lot of stuff based specifically on your internet upload speed. You could have an awesome computer with an i9 processor and a 2080 RTX, and your stream will still be looking terrible because of your internet upload speed. So if you can, look into upgrading your internet to at least 15 to 20 megabit upload speed, which usually equates to something around the 200-300 download speed. So do that if you can, and that'll definitely help out. Step 3, let's go into the settings over here in OBS. So if you have regular OBS open, at the bottom right, you'll see the settings button. If you have Streamlabs, you'll see the settings gear at the top. Click that, and let's go to the video tab. Now in here, your base canvas is gonna be set to whatever your video game playing resolution is. So if you're playing Fortnite on 1080p, make sure that's 1080p. And then you wanna change your output scaled resolution to 1080p as well. So keep those numbers the exact same. Downscale filter doesn't matter because you're not downscaling anymore, but just to be safe, keep this bad boy at the third option. FPS type and common FPS values, keep that the same. Common FPS values, to get the best looking stream, of course, you wanna do 60 frames a second. Again, this is all dependent on your internet upload speed. So if you have a pretty terrible internet, this could make you drop frames. To counter that, you can actually do 48 frames a second. It still looks pretty good. It's much higher frame rate than 30 frames a second, and you'll see a lot of quick movements and whatnot. Just you'll see 12 less frames a second when it comes to 60 frames a second. But you almost can't really notice that when you're streaming and people are watching you stream. So give that a shot if you're experiencing any kind of drop frames, and that could help out. But we're gonna go ahead and change this bad boy to 60. And then on to step 5. What we're gonna do is go over to the output tab, make sure your output mode is on advanced, scroll down, and once you get to your bit rate, this is what we're gonna change. Now, 3000 bit rate is a pretty decent number. You'll see maybe a little bit of pixelation, but it's using a very little bit rate upload speed, so you'll have a really reliable stream. If you have really good internet, let's just say you have like 20 megabit upload speed, something that can throttle enough juice, then you can put this bad boy up to 5000. That's a really good number. You could even go higher up to like 6000, and that's gonna provide an extremely high quality stream. Now, again, be warned, the higher number you go here, if you aren't affiliated, then your viewers may suffer because they won't have the option to knock down the quality, and they're going to be forced to download your extremely big stream upload. And so if they don't have fast internet, then they're going to see some buffering, and it's going to provide them just skips all throughout the stream. So the higher number you have, the better the quality, but it could suffer for your viewers if they have a low internet speed. So a good number I like is 4500 to 5000. That's a pretty decent number. Step 6, we're gonna go down to the encoding speed. So if you see CPU usage preset, this is what we're gonna do here. This is basically how your computer encodes the video. So if you have a really bad processor, like an old i3 or i5, then you want to use ultra fast and super fast. The options at the top here are meant for bad processors. Then you start going down is for the better processors. For the most part, I don't ever go past medium. Medium is really good for my processor. I have a Ryzen 1800X, which is an 8-core processor, and it's fantastic. If I do medium, I have a very nice, sharp, high quality stream. You can go lower if you have better processors, but I've found if you go below that, you're not really seeing any difference in quality, and your Streamlabs and OBS will start to buffer itself because it's using such high intensity of CPU processing power. Because when you're gaming, your game actually uses processing power as well. So you can't rely 100% of your processor to use this encoder. So I really like medium. You can try slower, try all these down here. These are all really, really good, and it's gonna make your stream look real good. But medium is perfectly fine for a sharp stream. Step 7 is right above encoder. We're gonna go to keyframe intervals. Basically, this is a quality number. So it's always set to auto, which is 0 by default, and that lets it fluctuate between 1, 2, and 3 and whatnot, depending on how active the screen is. But if you put this number at 1 and set it there, it's meant for high frame rate, high movement games, and it's gonna cause less pixelation. If you put it at 2, you will see a little bit more pixelation, but it's a little bit more reliable when it comes to drop frames. So if you want a really sharp stream, put that number at 1. Step 8. So down here, you're gonna see X264 options separated by space. This is where you can actually add commands to help out. So if you put this command right here, OpenCL equals true with no spaces, this is gonna allow your graphics card to help encode your stream partnering with your processor. So you can use, right up here, X264 encoder, you can use your processor to encode your stream, but if your graphics card isn't being utilized 100%, it can actually help out your stream encoder to make your stream look sharper. So if you add OpenCL equals true to the X264 options at the bottom here, that's gonna help your stream look sharp. And then last but not least, step 9. So if you're watching a video stream and you see just this stream look pretty good, but then it pixelates a little bit, then you see that little webcam down there, and it's a terrible, terrible looking webcam, and it just looks all weird and off, kind of like this. If it looks like this, then you're seeing just a standard old webcam that somebody just bought from Walmart and whatnot. Step 9 is increasing your camera quality. So you want to buy a better camera. I personally use a Lumix G7 DSLR camera hooked up through an HDI cable into a capture card, which is how I produce my webcam through my DSLR, and it will look like this. Now this is me using my DSLR again as my webcam. So I can shrink this screen and do whatnot, but it's going to provide an extremely high quality. This is in 1080p 60 frames a second, or I can do it in 4K, it's my call, it doesn't matter, but it's gonna provide such a better stream quality than the little webcams that you buy. And so that is my final tip on there. If you have a high quality looking webcam like this, that's gonna top off the quality look of your stream. And again, down here you can see that you have a high quality head just bobbing around right here. It just automatically makes your stream look a little more professional than everybody else's. You know, that's great quality. It's blurring the background because of a shallow depth of field. I mean, again, it's a little bit of an expensive thing just to do how I have it set up, because I kind of bought this stuff at separate times. So now that I've all added it together, it adds to the quality for sure. So that's gonna wrap it up for these 9 tips on how to make your stream look very sharp and high quality. If this helped you out, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, because that'll help me out, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Just a heads up, these are my current patrons. They all support me for $1 a month. It's very cheap, and you can too. And don't forget to subscribe and click that little bell notification next to the subscribe button, because that notifies you whenever I pump out a new video. And if you're the first person to comment on the video, you get a special shout out in my next video. So thanks again for watching.